The Weems Empire.
Hello everyone, I'm Brian and this is the Weems Empire. As you know, the Weems Empire is always moving along, always covering more ground. I've added some comics this week, I've added some toys this week, and I've added some board games this week. So, pretty good coverage. And today I wanted to drop a quick video while I had a few minutes. And, well, first of all, thank you to a lot of the new followers. I hope you'll find this page to your liking and stick around. But I'm going to share with you today one of my newest additions that a friend, a good ally of the Empire, gave me this past weekend. And it's a game by Milton Bradley called Ready, Set, Spaghetti. Now this was made in 1989. I would have been in 7th grade. I don't know about the rest of you all, wherever you would have been. But I could imagine this game sitting on the shelf at, say, Walmart or Toys R Us or something like that. And I want it now, I like it now, and I sure would have wanted it then. But as I always point out, I love the box art, and we'll get into that. But before we do that, let me show you how cool this game was. First of all, it's complete, okay? And we have our instructions. Okay, this is actually wrote up. It's instructions, but it says it's the menu. Okay, pretty cool little play there. And whatever kid, which we'll talk about that in a minute, they left the original sticker pack in there as they set the game up. They even left some of the cardboard they punched out to put into different pieces. They just put them all in a baggie, like probably the day they opened it. And it's all with the board still. And you know me, I love having all of that because it's almost like it's still brand new. And we have our menu, all of our instructions. We'll go over that. Pretty cool game there. And I'll show you one more item before we log off and finish up here that was inside the box. And but I'll get into that in a minute. So here's our box art, okay? Ready, Set, Spaghetti, 1989, Milton Bradley. Even the dog's hoping to catch a falling meatball. And tomato. We got, I love how they make it look like this is so fun. You got the crowd in the background yelling and egging them as they're twirling their noodles up. And it's almost like I guess they're at a circus. There's like a circus in the background. And so it's a contest, I guess. Ready, Set, Spaghetti. Let's look at, let me show you this. Thank you to Brandy Till, whoever owned this, for getting rid of this finally, and it's landing in my collection in the Weems Empire. So here is the back of it. There we go. Let me try to get that glare off. Do the spaghetti twist. Okay, I'm not going to read all that to you, but it has your little synopsis of the game. Will you be the first to wind up your spaghetti onto a fork? Use your noodle to remove the right toppings and untangle your spaghetti. We got our contents here. Like I said, it was complete. And here we have our kids thoroughly enjoying this, okay? We have 2 boys, 2 girls. We have every type of person covered here, okay, pretty much. And do you ever look at stuff like this and wonder which one of those would have been you? Probably not, but I kind of do. This guy right here would have been me because I never would have been caught with a sweater like that and a turtleneck. So I probably would have been him with the collared shirt and probably would have been in last place right about here. But that's how life goes. So here's our box art. This is what, as I always say, this is what catches your eye as a kid and makes you to spend your hard-earned money, or should I say, spend your parents' hard-earned money. So let's take it out and see what we got inside. Take the lid off. All right, so here's our board. We have our big plate of spaghetti. Ready, Set, Spaghetti right here. Okay. This is the blue player's fork. Now, if you're paying really close attention, you're going to see whoever originally set this up set it up wrong. They have the red where orange is at. They have orange where green is at, and they have green where red is at. So the only one correct is blue, but the show must go on. So we'll be all right. All right, so this is my fork, okay? This is, I think they call this a spoon. Just go with it. And this is your pasta. So I have blue spaghetti noodle right here, okay? And this is, I'm going to be playing with the blue player. And just for the sake of this video, I'm going to also do the green player. Now, if it was a 4-player game, of course, each person would have 1 fork. If it's a 2-player game, each person will have 2 forks that you have to spin up. So for this one, we got green pasta. So what you do is you take your fork, poke it in right there. I'll take the blue fork, poke it in right there. Okay? And then each player must lift their pasta and casually drop it onto the playing board. Okay? Let me get this guy. He's out of play. Let me move him out. Okay, the orange and red's out of play. Now we have to add our toppings. Alright, so we have our toppings on the spaghetti now. As you can see, I put them all in between the noodles. And we have our 100% guaranteed plastic green pepper, meatball, onion, what else? Mushroom, okay? For my spaghetti, personally, I just want meatballs and tomatoes, and I could do without the rest. But so as you can see, our noodles, you don't really want to move your green or blue noodles as you're putting the toppings on. So what each player will do now is you will begin taking up the slack of your color noodle until you don't have any slack left caught up in between these noodles. Now I'm holding this, and this might be a little weird because I think this is a little old. It isn't quite as probably flexible as it used to be. So you see my blue is pretty tight here now. So I want to do the same thing with green. Okay, I want to spin it around my fork until it gets tight in between these. And the object of the game is, as you can see, this one's getting tight now. Okay. Let's keep going. Keep going. I think the green one might have it a little easier on this game here. Okay, so he's tight now. So you can see how they're both stuck in there. So we have our die, which has 1 ingredient of each one on the die. And then it also has a free choice. So each player would take turns rolling their die. So when I roll, I'm hoping to get this onion out of the way, or this tomato out of the way, or this onion. And so just for the sake of the game, let's say I rolled an onion, okay? Then I could pull this one up for my turn, okay? And then what I do is I wrap up a little bit more of the noodle until it gets tight again and caught on another one. So it's getting a little tight again. So now we're on the tomato. And so the next player would go, and green would remove, whatever one they want to. So if you get free choice, obviously you could pick free choice. Obviously you could pick and move whatever is the most challenging piece that you need to immediately move for that. So ready, set, spaghetti. You want to be, in order to win the game, you want to be the first person to wrap all of your noodle up on to your fork. And you will be victorious. And maybe Mom will actually be making spaghetti for dinner that night. So you could see if we had 4 players going and all the noodles on here and all this stuff, you could see how it could be a pretty, challenging game, I guess you could say. And you'd really have to take some turns moving stuff. But alas, you want to be the last person to, you want to be the first person to wrap your spaghetti noodle up. So that's kind of going to wrap it up for this review here. Ready, Set, Spaghetti, Milton Bradley, 1989. But I said before we logged off, I was going to show you one more thing that was in the box. Now, I assume this came with every game, and that wasn't just something that happened to be in here, but it was a pretty cool find, okay? I have an old coupon for 1 free can of Chef Boyardee 15-ounce spaghetti and meatballs. Okay, So, and what I also like about it right here, it says no expiration date. So I'm kind of curious if I could still redeem this, okay? But right here it says that the price is not to exceed 99 cents. So, interesting, but it does say no expiration date. I'll put a picture of this on my Facebook page so you can see it in a little more detail. But this was just a cool little addition hiding in the box. And just makes finding stuff like this all that much more cooler and exciting when you dig it out of, as I do with most of my stuff, a thrift store. So, once again, thank you for tuning in. Always adding more stuff to the Weems Empire. Going to try to stay on task more with putting videos in and uploading stuff. And if you're watching this video, be sure to check out, I have a podcast also, audio only. So, turn it on, set your phone to the side, listen to it in the car, and you can do whatever you want to. You don't have to be stuck to a screen, so to speak, to watch it. But that's going to do it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. As the flag waves for the Weems Empire, we are logging off. God bless, and if I can get my mouse right, God bless, and oh, there we go. Peace out. See you next time.
The Weems Empire.